Hi, I'm Arvind.
I'm Layla.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Graham.
We're the design thinking team from Royal Roads University.
We will be addressing the question of how might municipal governments get homeowners to retrofit their homes to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. 70 to 80% of homes in Victoria were built prior to 1980, and in 2017, Victoria produced 370,000 tons of greenhouse gas emissions. 50% of that came from buildings, 40% came from transport, and 10% from waste. The Victoria Council committed to reduce community-wide greenhouse gas emissions by 80% and to have 100% renewable energy by 2050. Even so, our research into Victoria showed us that our community as a whole is already on board with the Green Initiative and has already clean and cheap energy.
We interviewed 32 people, mostly homeowners, but also government workers, home specialists, and sustainability experts. We then surveyed 15 local homeowners. Through our empathetic research, the most recurring themes were to do with the concern around cost, efficiency, and ROI. However, we know costs would come up no matter what. It will take a behavioral change to convince homeowners to spend their money. The interesting themes were that people want simple solutions, the application process is overwhelming, and the effectiveness of retrofitting is unclear. People are interested in a process and want to make a change, but many of them don't know where to start.
Instead of building out one potential how might we question for a single persona, we explored three. Although it was more work, we focused our curiosity and dove deep into the three personas using unique points of view for each of them. Our personas were Green Enough Gabby, Trendy Tala, and Older Home Oscar. From there, we developed the design criteria that fit their needs. To help ideate, we used metaphors for scenarios where affirmation and overwhelmed feelings occur, such as sports, job performance, and family expectations. After struggling to select a persona, we chose Green Enough Gabby because we felt she best represented the most interesting demographic of Victoria. We also found studies that suggest women are more environmentally conscious and the primary decision makers at home. Gabby feels good about her environmental choices. She's already doing her part by composting, recycling, and buying local. But everywhere she turns, she is overwhelmed with the constant pressure to do more. She often asks herself, when is enough enough?
Now we will discuss Gabby's journey. It starts with her watching the news where they are highlighting another eco-friendly focused business. This is where she starts to think, I've heard this story before. Next, Gabby and her husband go out for dinner with some friends who start to brag about their new heat pump. Gabby wishes that they could talk about something else. After dinner, Gabby starts a conversation with her husband about how she feels like they're not doing enough to be green. She's thinking, maybe we should be doing more, but don't we do a lot already? The conversation becomes overwhelming because of all the pressure that is building from all the possibilities. She thinks, this is just one more thing we have to figure out. The conversation ends with them both feeling too overwhelmed to make a decision and drop the subject altogether out of frustration. She ends up thinking, I can't do this right now. I have other things to deal with. We eventually framed the problem as how might we make retrofitting easier for overloaded people who are already pretty green. Based on our insights into Gabby, we uncovered key decision criteria like simple execution, affirms existing eco behaviors, does not use shaming, and provides a support system.
Our first idea is the Green Community Co-op. It would act like a social enterprise within communities to provide support to members, empowering them to reduce their carbon footprint. The co-op needs to be simple to understand and easy to implement. The co-op members can build connections and support each other. As people join, they will feel a sense of validation. This acts as a nudge by promoting the mentality that as people join, others will be influenced to join as well, which is an example of herding. They also may overcome a scarcity mindset because people who may not have the resources or knowledge about retrofitting can then join a community that does. Executing this idea involves systems and legal structures to get the idea started. Members contribute a relatively small amount to invest in the growth of the co-op and its goals. There are tax benefits, and the co-op fund would be earning interest, which in time would allow the co-op to grow and provide more help to their members.
Our next idea, the Green Adventure Games, involve neighborhoods competing against each other in energy-saving challenges. There would be a local standing and medals awarded to the lowest greenhouse gas-emitting neighborhoods and other rewards for individual green achievements. We are hoping that local sponsor would contribute to the prizes. Members could see their standing and winners could receive green products or gift cards to purchase them. Since games are inherently fun and interactive, they allow communities to create support systems which will encourage homeowners and help them feel validated. The people involved with the games will be nudged in the form of gamification or the idea that people like to play games. Games Prize provide immediate rewards that appeal to individual impulsive nature, an example of reward substitution which can motivate behavior and pay off in the long run. We believe that the games would have a low cost to implement and that local sponsors may see an increase in sales due to the exposure. If a business were to manage the standing and prizes structure, they could charge a membership fee to participating communities.
The idea we are running with is Refresh Retrofit Solutions. We would design packages to offer homeowners easy options when it comes to retrofitting their homes based on their individual needs. We are hoping to create a simplified shopping experience that would support homeowners from day one. By recognizing eco-friendly individuals that are already doing their part, we hope to use a non-shaming approach and encourage homeowners in their decision-making process. The process should be fun and rewarding. We are hoping to reduce friction costs by removing barriers to retrofitting and reducing cognitive load. Packages are based on various home renovations and the specific needs of each home. We choose the incorporation model to operate our business. We decided that we would develop partnerships with manufacturers to offer a painless selection of products and prices by managing the rebate application process. We also hope to offer a discount to homeowners as a reward for their previous eco-friendly choices. From a business perspective, this solution would be appealing to customers due to its ease of implementation. It would allow for a simplified process that benefits all who are involved. It allows consumers to feel good about retrofitting their homes, all while making the process convenient by factoring in the relevant rebates. It heavily relies on using government incentives, and there is a large potential for expansion into other municipalities.
Our prototype consisted of a brochure that explained the different packages available and a brief description of the business model. We were testing for overall impressions, but most importantly, we wanted to test our assumptions that handling the rebates would incentivize their persona and that a package structure would not overwhelm them. We conducted 11 user tests when prototyping. Positive responses were that packages were simple and didn't seem to add complexity, and that solving the problem of handling the paperwork was extremely helpful. Respondents felt we should change the bonus incentive. They felt win a free trip is associated with perceived dishonesty or a scam. They also felt that the pricing information as well as the term retrofitting were confusing. Our feedback indicated that people wanted to know more about how they are saving money and energy. Also, people were concerned about the reputation of our business. Most people were unaware of the rebates available and the simplified process options offered. Our feedback also told us to offer more products and services, as well as depicting the impact the idea will have on carbon reduction. All of these insights will help us move forward with the challenge.
Thanks for watching, and see you in Toronto.